What is Project Island Song?
Project Island Song, in the last 12 months since Project Island Song got underway, we've noticed the return of lots of native birds that weren't here before in any great numbers, and we've had native pigeons, a lot more tui coming about. We've had dotterels successfully nesting and breeding on the beach, rooster catchers, and quite a lot of other native birds around the area that we didn't see much of at all before. And also bird song that we can now hear all day. When we first came here we had virtually no bird song except for seagulls. So those are the main things, and also no rats.
Maybe there's rats in here. Maybe these rats ate this horrible fish. Do you know a story about this creek?
Well, yes I do. When I was a kid, I used to come camping on this island, and there was a real rat problem at one point. During the summer, when the creek was dry, it would be full of rats. It was like a whole roadway for rats, and there were just rats going up and down all day.
No rats in here.
Be able to tell me what those marks are?
Mice. Bird.
No, they're not mice, because mice look like tiny little hands.
Zinc.
Basically,
Like water. Zinc.
That one there is quite large, and it's
Like a bird.
it's a bird of some sort. So what sort of size of bird do you think might have hopped through there?
A little bird. Seagull.
Not a seagull. No,
A little
they'd be
bird?
too big. A little bird. So what sort of
Fantail. Eagle.
Possibly, but they tend to cling on to branches and not walk on the ground. So what things walk on the ground? Which
Eagle?
Almost told you. Begins with S.
Sparrow.
Could be a sparrow. Could also be a myna, because they do that. But there's other marks here. So what do you think? They're very, very tiny little dots.
Ants.
Ants. That's right. So it's like the ants. And what's missing?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. So I'll put some more peanut butter in there, and I'll just check it.
About 12 months ago, that was in August, maybe September 2009, we had a pair of dotterels arrived here at Otahe Bay, and they mated, and they made themselves a little nest on the sand, just on a beach just like this, and they laid a clutch of 3 eggs. And when they did that, I contacted Doc, and they sent me out some of these signs, and I roped off an area right around their nest and put up some of these signs to keep the public out, because the eggs are just sitting on the sand and they're very vulnerable. Then we watched them carefully. We watched them carefully for quite a few weeks, and then eventually 3 chicks hatched, and they were running up and down the beach, tiny little things, just that little, really tiny little things. They just look like a tiny little leaf blowing up and down the beach. And one of them disappeared quite quickly, so we assume it died, but the other 2 were successfully raised, and eventually when they grew up they went off and to form their own little group somewhere else. But we still have the original pair from last year here now, and they've stayed here the whole year, and they'll be getting ready to nest again soon, so we're pretty excited about that.
Maybe there's rats in here. I'm stuck. Ratatouille! Is it dead?